Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian. We're back with more of The Flash. Last episode, Nora went into the negative speed force. So we had that to look forward to. We had a huge argument at the very beginning with Barry and Iris. I hated it, but I loved it. I hated that it was happening, but the performance was absolutely fantastic. God dang. Those two did amazing. It was hard to pick a side between the two because they were both right and wrong. Barry was wrong in that he immediately took her to the future, and left her there alone with Eobard. And they didn't talk with Iris about it. I mean, it's their kid. He should have talked with her about it. Iris was blaming Barry on the fact that he was acting on emotions when she was doing the same, which Barry pointed out, but not in the best of ways. He shouldn't. It's hard. Fortunately, he was very heated. So, also Iris kind of said that it didn't bother her that Eobard had ended up the fact that she was working with Eobard, which it kind of should still, whether you're willing to forgive your daughter or not. The fact that she had worked with Eobard in the first place should bother you, definitely, because not only did he end up killing Barry's mom, he also basically, indirectly responsible for Eddie's death. So, and a lot of people dying too. So she was on the other side of emotions. And it doesn't help she's a mother, so she's much more overprotective than Barry would be. It would take him a little bit longer to not. For the most part, mothers are just much more protective over their child than the father is, sort of. They're different. They do things differently. But also seems like Eobard, even Iris said so. She thinks that Thawne actually cares for Nora, which I kind of felt the same, because whenever she was finally going into the negative speed force, and when he saw that and probably felt it too, he's trying to get her to stop. I don't know. I don't know what to think about Eobard's stance on the matter, because I want to believe that he's trying to do good. A part of me is, but another part is refusing to be played and is trying to protect myself, I guess, from being fooled, because it's Thawne, so it's difficult. Again, maybe I said this last episode, maybe he was initially gonna use her and manipulate her to somehow get out, or I don't know, because I guess maybe if more people are using the negative speed force, then the stronger he'll become, maybe. But then he wound up growing to actually care for her, so maybe he just okay, I don't want this anymore. I don't know. And he's the one that told Iris that her and Barry need to stay together. So I don't know what exactly is his plan. If he was trying to manipulate her, if he was meaning to manipulate her in the first place. Jesus. I don't know. I also don't know what's going on in this episode. I know she's back in our time, and they need to deal with her. I don't know what they're going to be doing. I have no idea what's going on in this episode. So yeah, I'm just impatient to start. So let's go ahead and jump to the next episode.
Shall I send a request to Barry Allen?
No, Gideon. I need people who can actually help me.
The red lightning. No.
I'm clearly the Samantha of this group, right?
Yeah, okay, Miranda. So, technically, if Nora uses the speed force...
We'll find her.
These two again? Wait, who are you?
Pretty paint job.
Predators know these colors get you stung.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
always a great
no.
idea for a thief to draw attention to herself.
Are you
At
that
least
beat
I don't
chick?
fly around in a fuzzy green sweater.
Oh, this dude. I thought they blocked him. Ugh, I hate that so much. Still don't like it. Quick, wet it! Oh, that's the worst.
Ragdoll, right?
I invited you.
Nora, no! What are you...
There's 100 more like these inside.
Each will go for $1 million on the black market, easy.
Nora,
Just
what are
need
you...
to make one quick pit stop first. We
like to rob the Flash.
This is taking rebellion to a new level.
You still don't trust me.
My trust takes time.
Then what's to stop you from sending me back the next time you get pissed at me? Nothing. Because you've given up on me again. Given up on me like you do every time.
Dang
What are
it!
you doing?
You know, I came back here to meet you. And the second I got here, you started pushing me away. And you didn't come with Mom to bring me back. Because you don't want me here. You don't want me at all.
Please. Her face started vibrating, and then her eyes and her lightning. It was red, just like his. I thought we had time to reach her, but he got to her. Thought really got to her.
Hold up, is that crazy B girl? Hey girl, what's going on? What a throwback.
What the hell is he doing here?
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
she's with him.
What, did you join a Rogues cover band or something?
Really?
How's this for a cover band?
Oldie but a goodie.
Look,
Nora, come on.
I owe you an apology. Never should have exposed your secret the way I did. I put my pride in front of the family that took me and your family loves you.
Look, Book of Ralph works great for other people, but never actually worked for me. I know I'm not built for love, and that's okay. Kaylin.
Then
I'm sorry, I just don't feel that way about you.
Oh, come on, you idiot.
Sorry, I got my wires crossed. Jeez.
they got me good on that one.
Cisco's prototypes for the metahuman cure. I think I know what Cicada is planning.
Are you saying I don't want to be Vibe?
Well, let's examine the evidence, shall we?
Cure.
You spent this past year sans powers for the first part, and the second part curing powers. Perhaps being honest with Kamala
Camilla.
begins with being honest with yourself. Think about that.
Dang it, I don't want to lose him.
Having Nora in our lives has made us better people. Isn't it possible that she did the same thing to Thon?
That's what I was wondering.
And you were right. Nora broke the law. And there should be repercussions for that. But whenever you guys step out of bounds, I always have to remind myself, the detective side says there's the law. But the father side says there's also what's right. And I'm always going to choose to be your father first.
Joe Wisdom.
That's my problem.
What?
I'm not a good parent. You know, I mean, maybe I never will be.
Come on, Barry. You know that's not true.
Parents make
You're
mistakes,
going to
man. It
be
happens.
an amazing father.
I wanted her to leave. The second that she got here, I did. I felt back from her. It still doesn't feel right when she calls me dad.
Man, what in the world?
What? I was trained in the art of escape by Thaddeus Brown from Earth 51.
Yeah, well, help me escape.
That's a good plan. Count backwards to 10.
10. Ow! How do you do that?
Trade secret.
It's less creepy right now for some reason.
Cozy.
Are you sure you can fit through?
Okay, that's creepy. There it is. There it is. Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna vomit.
Tonight's festivities will feature several expendable worker bees. The employees
God, I hate her
will
so
collect
much.
Technologies. Unless the Flash comes down here in the next 30 seconds and reveals his identity to the world. Gucci?
Ugh, I hate you more now.
You
Gotta
want
hate
the
you.
money? I trusted you.
That's your mistake.
Oh God, you sound just like Silver Ghost.
I am here.
Ralph.
All right, Speedy. Show us your true identity. Mask off.
Dad, please, you do not have to do this.
I have to. I am a man sitting alone
It's gotta
at
be
the dinner
Ralph.
table.
But the dampeners, you have to turn them off?
See? Yeah.
No.
Oh.
What?
Did you seriously think I was gonna fall for this again?
Well,
Oh. Well,
I phased right through your blast. Hey, you can't stop the flash.
No, I think the jig is up.
Confused? Don't be.
that's Ralph. Okay. Oh, that. Nice!
Crap.
How the hell is this even possible?
He's right.
Dude, they look awesome.
You're outnumbered,
Iris
ladies.
looks good.
Your weapons.
And Joe looks awesome. He looks so cool.
Let them hit that dampener.
Listen, sir, can you... That's not fair.
I'm gonna create a diversion. Get ready to shoot the dampener.
Dad's so dangerous.
He's your dad. Ha! Loser! Oh. Oh, hey, KO. Nice.
He's lucky you don't throw his ass off a roof.
Yep.
Buddy, outtakes me.
Oh, he's gonna take it for her. Well, ooh. Yes! Yo, lightning! She's back!
Are you okay? You were here with me the whole time.
Yeah!
Abandoned you once. I'm never gonna do it again.
Sucks to suck, nerd.
Probably.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Ha!
I needed this. It's a weapon built from the solar reflector panels from the Star Lab satellite, capable of destroying any object down to its atoms, and it's the only thing that can destroy Cicada's dagger.
Huh.
And if that means not following through with Thon's plan, I'm okay with that.
Well, we talked about it, and it's not a bad plan.
I think we should use it.
You? What? Bear, are you sure?
We have to stop Cicada. I'm never gonna like where this plan comes from. But if this thing works, sounds like our best shot.
Dad, that stuff I said earlier,
I deserved it. I shouldn't have left you. In the future, I shouldn't have put conditions on you coming home. I'm sorry. I love you.
So if anything's gonna destroy that dagger, it's this mirror gun.
Mirror gun? Oh, that's why it
We
looks
figured out what Cicada took from my dad's lab.
familiar.
It's your cure prototypes.
If a metahuman takes that without the proper treatment,
They would die. Cicada has a lethal virus on her hands.
That's why she stole the atomizer, so she can spread the virus.
She has weaponized the cure.
This is it. This is the nightmare. Cicada's gonna kill every metahuman in the city.
Ooh, it's all red and purple and gross. It looks
A rare old bird.
viral.
Enough food for a week. But I'm darned if I know how.
Man, she crazy. She crazy. Okay, so was it just me, or was anybody else getting like a witch house vibe from that scene? Like, I don't know. Grace, she's she's crazy. You know, she's insane. But the setup she has right now at the cabin or wherever it is they're holed up at, like the fireplace, the no lights on, the candle light lit, and the kind of dark atmosphere, her clothes, the way she was talking, and for a second I thought she was like working over a cauldron or voodoo stuff. I mean, for a split second, I was like, wait, hold up. And then I realized that doesn't make any sense at all. But anybody else feel that way? It just seemed like old style witch. And she kind of, I think the way she was talking seemed like it too. Like that, she was like the, what is it? Something toil and trouble. You know, it just seemed weird. It just seemed very witch like. But okay, I'm so happy she's back. Oh, I was so nervous. I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I wasn't sure how I was gonna go this episode just because of the way the kid rogues. Well, I guess not all of them were kids, but the new rogues were, well, at least the weather witch. I really didn't care for her still, but how she was talking to Nora and her anti-pep speech, I guess. That was so. I feel like the score didn't quite fit. At least at the tail end, like maybe it should have like started off the way it was, and then the like transition into a more bassy, ominous tone. You know what I mean? Not bassy, I guess, but just more deep, more foreboding. She was going into her sad backstory, and then you think that maybe, well, I kind of was, I was figuring it was gonna probably go, you know, didn't work out, family's not good, but it's just the way when it actually did it is like say, when it goes from talking about how her life was and then saying that people saying family is always there for you, they're lying. It, with that, it just, I don't know, it was odd, and it kind of made me worried that Nora would remain in the negative speed force this episode. I don't know. I'm glad that it wasn't the case though. I hope it doesn't have any repercussions to her system though. I didn't know the negative speed force. Maybe I did. It sounds familiar. Like the negative. I didn't. No, I think I did know. It's just been such a long time since I read about the negative speed force. But when they mentioned that it drains or it basically siphons off of the speed force. That's interesting. So that's why you can't really scan. You can't really pick up on the tachyons because it's pulling from what exists and not like showing, not creating its own. Well, yeah, it's kind of creating its own. It's more changing already existing energy. I mean, I don't think Nora would have actually faced it. Cisco, I wasn't gonna say Iris. Cisco's chest was just a threat. I mean, obviously it was a threat, but I think that's all it was. I really don't think she would have done it. It was the fact that she threatened that in the first place. Just come on. Cisco's one of the only ones. No, there's really only Barry and Sherlock that you really need to be upset with. Cisco, well, he kind of was questioning her actually. Like he was saying how Thawne probably taught her how to lie and stuff, but he didn't really deserve the blame really, because obviously Sherlock outed her. But yeah, I was just getting upset with that. Like I'm just seeing Nora do that, just like come on. And I hated seeing that her face was doing the vibrating thing, and then the voice. God, I hated that so much. I hated seeing her becoming more like Thawne. Okay, I'm jumping around a lot, but I really do not like Ragdoll. Like God, he's so creepy. I hate the upside down like spider crawl. It's so ugh. And I'm pretty sure that is all that dude. I think because I know he's a contortionist. I know it's like a mixture of real and CGI. But whenever he does real stuff, it's the most creepy. Except when he did that face thing in the pipe, the way it was like normal and then squished through, and that was creepy. God, even though I knew it was CGI. I keep saying CGI. I know you can say CG, but it just sounds weird. But when he came out of the suitcase, that didn't really creep me out. It was when he got out and then bent backwards and was crawling, doing the spider crawl thing. That's what freaks me out. Ugh. I hate him so much. Why does he just walk? I feel like that'd be much faster if he would just walk normally. He just wants to be creepy. But whenever I thought for a second, whenever I knew it wasn't Barry, the first Flash show up, I thought it was Ralph though. But I was also wondering like if that's Ralph, how is he morphed? Because I was thinking maybe he's staying out of range of the dampeners. I don't know. I wasn't sure. I completely forgot they had the holograph like what's it? Cloning, mapping, whatever technology stuff. I forgot they have that. They haven't used it in a bit. I don't think they used it this season. Did they use it last? Wait, did they use it this season? Because she said I'm not gonna fall for that again. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, I forgot. Whenever her dad. That's right. I forgot all about that. Shoot. She was. She's so forgettable. It's like I'm not particularly a fan of hers. Like she's not the weakest. I really hate the bee chick. Her puns are so annoying. Yeah, I'm not. I don't care. I think the one I hate him, but the one that like I appreciate more is the ragdoll. Uh, as much as I hate the way he's the one that just that I not that the others aren't a threat because that staff is painful. And so is being stung by a bajillion robotic bees. But it's just something, and also I mean all things considered, they're technically the more dangerous. But he seems worse to me. I guess I don't know something about him and something about them. I was like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it being somebody using the holograph thing. My immediate thought was Ralph just because of how goofy he was acting. But I guess the way he was talking, like was like think about being a father. The way I guess I should have. I mean, Ralph could have done that too. That also seemed like a very Ralph thing to do. But it was Sherlock. I didn't expect that, and then I was just stupid, and I still couldn't think about the power dampener. I thought the one getting out of it was still Ralph, but then I was like, that doesn't make sense that doesn't make sense. But it was Barry and the others, Barry Iverson and Joe, which was so cool. Like when they showed Iris, like she looks so cool in that. Like she should go out with them more often in that. That'd be really cool. Well, maybe not. In situations where they can't use powers, they should do that. Joe included, especially since he has more experience. But Iris, held her own considering like first, well, like when Ragdoll had Joe all twined up, just cheating, but bad guy. That had to hurt because I mean the dude has no limits to how we can twist it, so he could have broken Joe's arms like that. But then Iris comes in and gives him a good old 1-2, knocks him out, and she punched him so hard his head went around. That didn't kill him because it's him, and he turns his head like that on his own. But she punched him so hard his head went around, and then he just go plat. I completely forgot they also had the image. Was it image inducer? Is that what it's called? I don't quite remember. I know it's Earth 19 tech. I thought they only had one. I guess he brought a bunch of stuff. HR. I know he had one. I didn't know how many he had. But that was cool. I like that they brought that back and used that. They should do. They don't use that very often in situations like that. But that was really cool. That's cool though. I was kind of worried that Nora was going to. Her plan was to kill Cicada, kill Grace. But I mean, I didn't think that it was gonna go through with that. They were obviously gonna stop her before or something. But I didn't. I was thinking that was her plan, but it was apparently to get the gun to destroy the dagger, which is cool. But doesn't she still have 2 daggers? I mean, those don't steal powers, but she still has 2 other daggers, which we haven't seen her use. I mean, to be fair, that other dagger, the one that she got from her uncle, is a little bit more helpful, considering it completely strips Metas of their powers while he's there, or while the dagger's there anyway. But it's cool that she got a gun to destroy that, and it looked familiar. And obviously, they haven't showed it in here yet, I don't think. But I've seen the similar design, like adaptation in like animated either shows or movies. One that I remember in particular seeing Mirror Master is in Justice League Doom. So that's the one I remember seeing the mirror gun in. It looks very similar, so. That's cool that they brought that in and name dropped it too. It's a very little thing, but I just thought it was cool that they brought that into the episode. See, I thought Thawne had. I don't think. I guess he didn't because I thought Thawne had told Iris about Nora going into the negative speed force and that she at least saw the red lightning, but I guess not. Because they were looking for Tachyon and her yellow and purple lightning, not purple and red lightning. But the purple should still give it away. But either way, there wasn't the yellow, so I guess they were looking for the combo, and it didn't alert them on the combo. But they did find out later on, at least, because it was when they were examining the system she destroyed with her lightning. Oh, I was worried. I was so worried that they were gonna push for a Caitlyn and Ralph romance, and I was like, guys, come on, don't do this to her again. You keep pushing her into relationships. Like, leave her be. Like last season, you did perfectly fine with leaving her be completely. There was no love interest whatsoever, and they haven't really been a love interest with Ralph and Caitlyn. All of a sudden, you're gonna put them together. I'm like, come on. And then, I'm sorry, you're not my type. And she's just like, oh, God, good, you're disgusting, or you're an idiot, or whatever she said. But, oh my God. That got me good. I thought they were gonna go for that, and they just like, no, guys, we're just messing with you. We're totally just making a joke out of what we've been doing, and we're scaring you. But she was so disgusted about it. Poor Ralph. Oh, I was so sad though. Like before, I like how they kind of also relieve the tension. It was built up very sad. You know, he was talking about how his Book of Ralph works for everybody else, but not him, which kind of it's sad thinking about for Ralph because he seems sad. I don't know if he actually is, but he seems sad. Like I don't know if they were making him seem sad for that setup of the joke, but yeah, I felt bad for him. Like he does deserve somebody. And he says that maybe he's not made for love, and he's okay with that. But then Caitlyn was giving him that speech, and it kind of seemed like they were gonna go for that. And then Ralph, the way Ralph was looking into her eyes, it was just I didn't want it. Part of me was thinking that he was gonna go in for a kiss, and then she was gonna like, "What are you doing?" But no, they're both like, "Nah, no, not my type." Well, he's more not my type. She was absolutely disgusted about the thought. Poor Ralph. They didn't really address this again. Not this episode. They might do it next or the season finale at least. But the fact where Sherlock was talking to Cisco about maybe he's not wanting his meta powers, like he doesn't want the Vibe persona anymore. That's why he hasn't told what's her name? His girlfriend? I forgot her name. Camilla. Cisco doesn't see that might be what it is, because I don't think it's been confirmed. Nobody confirm it in the comments. I don't want to know if it has been confirmed. I want to see it happen. I want to see what's going to happen in the story. But I know it was rumored that Carlos is going to be leaving after this season, which I really would hate. The show would not be the same. I mean, I know he hasn't been in it as much. Like there's been some episodes where he hasn't been in it, but I mean, not everybody can't always be in every episode. So I know that every now and then there's going to be some absences of an actor or actress. But still, he's been with the show since the beginning. They've been these are the trio, you know, Caitlyn, Cisco, and Barry. Like these are the three amigos. I don't want to see them split up, man. But if Carlos wants to do something else, he's not feeling like he wants to do this anymore, then I mean, I can't fault him for that. It's just gonna suck if he leaves. Oh yeah, I was kind of I don't know about annoyed, but I was gonna get frustrated with Barry, the fact that I was getting frustrated with Barry that he was getting upset again. They seemed like they were getting into this fight, and he says that it doesn't matter. I think it was more so just because how Nora, you know, she had the red eyes and her face was vibrating. It was he saw Thawne when he saw Nora. That just kind of that got to him. It's still relatively soon, so I mean he had cooled down, and he did regret, you know, sending her away, putting her away, taking her back to the future and leaving her there. But seeing that, it just ignited everything again, and it not to the same extent though. But I can see where he came from in that regard, because it was just it's like stoking a flame, like especially like if it hasn't gone down completely, it'll start up again, not completely, but it'll start to try to, you know, flame up again. It didn't last long, so that's good at least. And Joe was able to give his Joe wisdom, which I really enjoyed. I love it whenever Joe has his wisdom. He was talking about how he's got, whenever they're doing the things and when they seem like they're stepping out of line, he's got the detective part of him, but he's also got the father side of him, and what would actually be right. And he always chooses to be a father first, which some people might have problems with. But I mean, I I don't know if they would normally have problems with that if they look past it just because it's Joe. But I personally, I don't know. I kind of like that he would. I mean, if it's, again, he said if it's the right thing, not like, say, like one of his kids killed somebody. He wouldn't obviously let that go. He wouldn't probably. It would be hard for him, but he'd probably take them away, put them in jail, prison. I just love Joe so much. I'm so glad. I know it's been a while now that he's been back, but I'm just so glad he's back. I don't remember what episode he came back. Was it like 15, 14, 16 or something like that? Probably earlier than that. Whenever he came back, I'm glad it was. I'm glad he did. Apparently, Sherlock was trained in the art of escape. That's handy. What did he do? I didn't quite catch. He said something, like Cisco asked him where he learned that, and he said something, and I didn't quite catch it. All the new rogues seem to have parent issues. Like, what's it? Obviously there's the weather. I don't remember her name. The Weather Witch. I was gonna say her name because I don't like her. I don't like Weather Witch, but yeah, the Weather Witch. She's got her. Well, not just her dad, her mom too. Because she saw, when she looked at her daughter, all she saw was Martin. So she kind of just didn't want to deal with her daughter. So she left her mom at 13. So both parents were not great. I don't know anything about the B lady's parents, but then there was the Ragdoll. Obviously, she had some issues because she said something about it too. But then there's Ragdoll. I know his mom. He didn't something about her. I forgot why, but I know he had some issues with her as well. But yeah, they all have parent issues. Kind of coincidental, but I mean these were implemented before, so it's not like. I mean, I don't know if they planned this from the beginning. Maybe. I don't know how far ahead they planned the season. So, I mean, I know. I mean, in terms of depth, like I know they have a starting point and they know where they want. I'm pretty sure they know where they want to end. I mean, maybe not. Maybe they have an idea, like, and it'll change along the way. But all the details in between are gonna be fleshed out right away. So I don't know if that was always planned. Like they would all have parent issues, and then they just decided, hey, this will be a good rogue for Nora when she goes bad, or if they just remember them, like, you know what? Since all these people, we'll get all the people that have parent issues, all the rogues, all the bad guys that have parent issues, and we'll make those a team for Nora. That makes sense. I don't know. I guess that could make sense too, but I don't know. Nora didn't know that, so she knew about the Weather Witch, at least her dad part. I don't know about the mom, but I don't think she knew about. No, she didn't. I guess that makes sense. She did work with the others. She worked with She was working with the team whenever they took down each of these. Well, I'm not the B chick. She wasn't there yet. That was season 1, right? Dang, yeah. Cisco, right? What a throwback. Cisco, hey girl. I love Cisco so much. I don't want him to leave, man. God. And then last thing, we found out what Grace wanted with the cryosphere. I don't think that's what it's called, but she's changing it. She's altering the cryos whatever, and putting the cure in there so she could disperse it. I thought she was just gonna cure the metas, which I was like, oh, that's. And then I don't know exactly. Doesn't go with her mission, killing all the metas instead of stripping them of their powers. But she's got all of the failed cures, which will kill every meta. So, yeah, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Obviously, it's not going to happen because, Barry's got to be in the future. Well, they could change, but we can't have a season 5 if they're all dead. And they've already been, we have the crisis, so obviously it's not going to work. Well, some could die. Maybe it would go off and some will die, but not everybody will die. They'll stop it before it disperses everything. Maybe, I don't know. There's a chance, but I'm pretty sure they'll stop it before. I'm hoping the mirror gun works and they can destroy her dagger. They still got to stop the sphere thing from going off. So I'm assuming it could destroy the sphere too, wouldn't it? Oh, I hope that doesn't kill Nora. Oh, that would suck. I don't want that to happen. God, I don't want that to happen at all. Well, guys, that's it for this week's episode of The Flash. Hope you enjoyed. If you want to check out the rest of our stuff, go and click the bubble right next to me. And if you want to stick around for next week's episode, go ahead and click the subscribe button right next to it. And if you want to be notified whenever our videos go out, go and click the bell icon down below. Again guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you next week.